EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. First and 10, it's Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Second and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. The Colts are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
70 Timberwolves, 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Now it's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Check the eagle. Check the eagle.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Here we go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On first down, here's Stroud. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Colts much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Okay,
they need 2. Here's 3rd down. Stroud off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Hurt. Cup 19. Cup 19.
On 1st down, Richardson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Let's go now. Check. 60 Maverick, 19 Lions.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shoves him aside. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Richardson to the air on first down. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. That complete to Downs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
Rig alert, rig alert. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
From the shotgun, Richardson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Cougar 19.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Rig, rig.
Richardson looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Viking 18. Check smash, check smash. On the goal, on the goal.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready?
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger, Mustang 1979 Broncos. 19 type, 19 type, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Richardson to throw. This is caught. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, smash. Ready.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and goal at the Texans' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Dragon 60. Go street. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Now Richardson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 14-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, break. Street. Cup 19. 60 Maverick.
Richardson. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Richardson back to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Stroud taking a shot for Dell here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And Stroud now to throw. They'll roll him out right. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
I remember sitting in special.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
Drop 60, drop 60. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
This 2nd and 4.
Ready.
On the option to give to Taylor here. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Richardson going to move him around. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Cougar 19. Ready.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And now they'll shift things around. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
The thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
The extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long, haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Stroud looking to throw. Right side, complete to Mechie. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a third down. Play action. Here's Stroud. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come.
Let's go.
2nd and 11 now. On the draw is Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 53-yard attempt.
And again, knocks this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they haven't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter. Sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Will you do that, madam?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles. To carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something
I don't know who you are, little LJ, but
this loss, it already stings and will
I guess, you know, however you want to say it, bro. I guess I'm all right. We're just playing.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Mustang 19. Go.
Stroud to throw it. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And they're going to speed things up here. That's complete to Hutchinson. Escapes the defender. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for the receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
79 Broncos.
Stroud. That's caught left side by the tight end Jordan. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Running it out of the gun with Pierce, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Texans on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Gets the dump off to Pierce, and he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Okay, ready? 19 tight, 19 tight. Hurt, hurt.
On first down, here's Stroud. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, it's Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Are you playing real people or are you?
Now Stroud. This ball caught by Mechie. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a real person. This is a real person.
But it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to
Okay,
go.
just checking.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Smoke Monday. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back to Taylor on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
What formations are you doing on defense?
The first and second down plays.
Over G, dollar, nickel nomo, 4-3 over.
Now it's Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Colts send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the
Also, you use the same formations I use.
Pulled in at the 24. Officially
Similar alignments, not the same formation. Just all 4-3 stuff. That's all it is. 4 down linemen, everything.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last.
I subscribe to you.
In some small way.
Texans
Appreciate it.
Right now, picking up another first. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 19 Lions.
Again, it's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And Caleb Shudak on now for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Indianapolis, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.